Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. And a very good morning for those who are in Malaysia. And if you are from the other part of the world, good day to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending our first ever online program preview for our Master in Science in Energy Management program here in UTM. So according to the registration list that we have, 80 of you have registered for the program. And from those 80 participants, 70% of you are working professionals. So thank you very much for taking some time out of your busy schedule to attend our program today. And then we also have another 20% of students, final year students who are interested to know more about our program. So thank you very much. So before that, first of all, I would like to introduce the speakers for our program today. Okay, so first of all, we have Professor Engineer Technologist Dr. Zainuddin Abdul Manan. So he is the technical advisor for the government and also a certified HRDF trainer on energy sustainability. And okay, so Prof, so this is Prof Zain beside me that you can see from the screen. And the second speaker is myself. So I am Dr. Azizul Azri bin Mustaffa, and currently I am the coordinator for the UTM Master of Science in Energy Management. Okay, so before moving on, I would like to share with you the plan, the flow of the preview today. So basically, the preview will be divided into three parts. Okay, so for the first part, Professor Zainuddin will share some insights on the current and future employability and market for certified energy managers. And he will also highlight some of the distinctive X factor features of the program, which are value added as compared to other similar programs which are offered here in Malaysia or other parts in the world. And we will also discuss the prospects of the graduates of the program to secure employment beyond the COVID-19 pandemic that we are facing currently. And for the second part of the session, I will share some of the important details of the program, which include entry requirements, intakes, modes of study, curriculum content, structure, and also planning, and also the tuition fees. So this is one of the famous question being asked to me: what is the tuition fees of this program? And also I will also share some financial support or scholarships that we offer, and also other important details which are equally important. And for the last part of the session, we will open for a question and answer session. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, or if you have any comments that you would like to share, so please write your comments down there if you are watching this from our Facebook page. So if you are watching this from our YouTube channel, you can write your comments and also your question at the right side, at the right side of the screen. Okay. All right. So I think without wasting any time, without further ado, I would like to invite Professor Zainuddin to start the first part of the preview. Okay, Prof, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Azizul. Thank you. First, before I begin, I would like you to tell me if the slide is okay over there. You are able to see the slides okay, because I won't be able to see from my screen. And my voice is clear, Dr. Azizul?
Clear, Prof.
It's clear, and my slides are okay. It's been displayed all right, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I shall begin. Yes, everybody, good morning. Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, wherever you are in Malaysia, mostly I believe, or elsewhere across Southeast Asia perhaps, or maybe some of our students from overseas, yeah, and non-students as well. You're welcome to this talk. I'm very pleased to be here today. I'm just here to share a bit of the insights on what the future developments with respect to energy management, and why this course is particularly relevant for everybody. Well, I hope you will stick around with me for maybe 15 to 20 minutes, because these are some of the things, practical things I'll be sharing in my capacity as the technical advisor for the government. And in particular, yeah, myself in the capacity of the chairperson for a very important act that is to come within the next couple of years. It's expected to be enacted in Malaysia within the next couple of years, which is Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act. I am the chair for the Thermal Energy Conservation Act under the Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources of Malaysia. I've also been the board of judges of ASEAN Southeast Asia Energy Efficiency and Promotion competition during the years of between 2006 and 2012, about 6 years, yeah, in ASEAN level. So maybe I have a bit to share with us here today with the relevance of this course, and much of my experiences has been dedicated to establishing this particular program back in before it was even offered to UTM. We have been negotiating with the stakeholders, the government, the industry, making surveys over 100 companies with the policymakers as well. Yep. So these are some of the highlights. Right. Before I jump on into what is it going to happen in the future, I would like to draw our attention. This is what I'm going to be talking about the 4 major things. Why is it that the MSc, Master of Science Energy Management, is very, very distinctive and relevant to stakeholders dealing with energy. Yeah, if you talk about energy management, energy efficiency, energy sustainability, has been one of the key things in sustainable development goals. I think it is under clean energy, a clean and sustainable energy, SDG number 6, if I'm not mistaken. So there are 4 distinctive features of this Master in Energy Management program. I shall explain them one by one. Number 1, many energy management programs deals with either renewable energy, clean or alternative energy, or energy efficiency. Yeah, this is one of the programs, very few programs, that's dealing with both. Yeah, energy sustainability in general, energy efficiency, as well as renewable energy or alternative energy. Because if you want to cater for the entire supply chain of energy systems, energy sustainability or clean energy, clean means also not using energy, you have to cater for not just the demand side or energy efficiency from the user consumer perspective, you also have to cater for energy generation or supply side. And this is what we are doing. We are catering for the whole supply chain, or the majority of the supply chain of the energy, supply and demand. That's number 1. Number 2, much of energy workshop, energy curriculum, and especially in academic world, is related to, in particular, technology-based courses or technology-based curriculum. But in particular, in the case of energy management system, it also caters for the case where you need to manage energy as a manager, not just as an engineer. So both areas also contribute to you being leaders of organizations, not just backroom engineers or plant managers, or the highest we can go, more or less, is technical or actually energy managers. But in this case, you will be among the leaders of the organization who makes decision on why energy is important and how you can sustain your organization, build competitive edge through management system. The third area is actually about electrical as well as thermal. In Malaysia, for your information, we only have regulation for electrical energy. That means that companies are only mandated to save electrical energy. If I were to represent energy management system in terms of an iceberg, electrical represents only the tip of the iceberg. The thermal part is actually the bottom of the iceberg, which we do not have a regulation yet. And I'm the chair of this committee that is enacting the regulation for thermal energy. So basically, we are expecting within the next couple of years, we are going to have thermal energy regulation, meaning to say there will be thousands of new jobs needs to be created, and those who deals with thermal energy will be among the leaders of organization in particular when thermal energy becomes very important, because if you are at the forefront of driving energy efficiency, in particular thermal, which is very green means has not been particularly introduced in this in Malaysia, but elsewhere in ASEAN, you will be able to you will be able to also fit in, because in Indonesia, in Singapore, and in Thailand, it's been around for more than 5 years. I think in Indonesia, the latest one, maybe less than 5 years. The fourth one, which is very important for contemporary and 21st century engineers and 21st century organization, you need to be well versed, be able to use Industry 4.0 tools, in particular computational. In this case, we have not just used computational tools, we have developed new tools, new software, and new systems that allows us to sustain and manage energy better. So in this case, Master in Energy Management will utilize UTM product that's been commercialized and being utilized across Malaysia, in particular, Industry 4.0 tools. And finally is the certification. I will talk about the certification. You know that basically it has been advertised professionally as a professional certification that you will be able to, and in the end of the course, secure is actually registered electrical energy manager, which is in line with Malaysia regulation. Means that if you are going to practice energy management and going to advise company on energy management, you have to be professionally certified. So Master in Energy Management, if it's elsewhere in Malaysia, the first one that allows you in master program to also be certified is this UTM program. There might be one other, but they came in later after learning from UTM. But we are also opening up for the second certification, Certified Energy Manager, CEM, which is going to be at ASEAN level. We will talk in detail about this more as I go along. So these are the 4 features that I think will be very distinctive, and it is only through UTM you'll be able to get this particular master program. How have we been able to do that? First, because our association with the ministry as well as in industry. As you can see, this is the very recent webinar that we have organized, which was attended by hundreds of practitioners, engineers, policymakers, and we have conducted that with Suruhanjaya Tenaga or Energy Commission because of our close cooperation with them. Suruhanjaya Tenaga or Energy Commission of Malaysia is also the one who approved of registered electrical energy manager, who actually certify registered electrical energy manager, and also assign UTM as a body, an institution, one of the few institutions that allows certification of professional energy manager according to the Malaysia law of 2008, efficient management of electrical energy 2008. So basically we are certifying according to the law of Malaysia. Okay, in what other capacity? This is also another very recent webinar that we conducted with agencies of energy in Malaysia, because I've been the one of the leading person in the ministerial. We are able to also conduct with agencies of the government, they also mobilize industry. So we share best practices of UTM. So this is also in the capacity of our role as advisors of the government, and role in certifying, training more than 1,000 involved in training, not just me, myself, but also many of the energy managers and certified trainers in UTM, who are also certified energy managers and registered electrical energy managers. I've been involved in training more than 1,600 and certifying more than 1,600 energy managers across Malaysia. So these are our association. How are we able to design this course in such a manner? It is also from our experience of building UTM as a showcase organization in implementing energy management system. UTM has been certified, the first organization to be certified 3-star. 3-star is the maximum star. ASEAN Energy Efficient Facility and winner of ASEAN Energy Award 2012. And we practice, rather than just teaching people, we practice what we preach, saving between 2011 2018, about 26 million, about 2 million a year in terms of energy savings. And we have 47 electrical energy, certified energy managers. All of the instructors are certified energy manager. You won't get an organization which teaches, become the coach or instructor for energy management system in academic world, and all of them, maybe 10 of them, are certified or professional engineer and professional engineer, registered electrical energy manager, and with other certification as well, including CPMV, certified measurement and verification professional, and all this, all related to energy manager, other than on top of as professional or a chartered engineer. So all of us are actually practitioners teaching this course. And it's not a surprise that we are one of the winner in academic world also. This is one of the innovative curriculum. For your information, one of the top 3 curriculum that has been awarded with some amount of money among about 200 participants. We are the top 3 in basically category of innovative curriculum that also include professional certification. So how is it going to affect the future of especially employability? Can we create more jobs in particular? Because people are talking about jobs. We are in a difficult time. It's hard to get jobs. So you have to be very, very different to be able to say that, okay, how can I work in your company? Or if you have already worked in companies, I believe many of you are professional as well, you might be able to draw yourself out of the crowd. And why are you very, very distinctively yellow compared to all the other whites, for example, or whites compared to all the other yellows, applying for a job? How can you sell yourself better? Okay, with the thermal energy management system, you're not just looking thermal energy regulation that's going to be enacted down the line. You're not going to be just catering for as an professional energy manager, which is highly demanded. Because companies are mandated to have energy managers in their company and mandated to have services and send reports. But you're also going to be catering for the future, very green industry, green and untouched, a blue ocean industry, which no one has thought before. And basically, we are the one who among those who are going to develop the curriculum for training certified energy manager. And part of the curriculum, significant part of the curriculum, is in this master in energy management in UTM. Because basically we've been consulted by the government to draft the curriculum. So how to increase resource efficiency? This is about achieving multiple bottom lines. And it is also important to minimize workers' casualty. That is what I want to underline here. Minimize workers' casualty means that how can we save workers from being laid off? Can we create more jobs with energy and efficiency initiative? So this is basically a data that has been quite common in the developed world, maybe not as common in our world, in developing countries, even in Southeast Asia, that energy efficiency create a lot more jobs compared to other jobs in the developed countries. Meaning to say that in the developed countries, they cannot create a lot more job now because energy efficiency, in energy efficiency even, because in particular, energy efficiency has been quite established. But not in the ASEAN region in particular, or maybe Asia, in some parts of Asia. More jobs are needed because we have not established very much in terms of energy efficiency as compared to contohnya, as compared to, for example, Canada, where they created 500,000 jobs. That is more than even oil and gas, one of the leading industries in their country. Extraction and telecommunication is also 21st century industry. So energy efficiency creates a lot more job than even gas extraction or telecommunication industry, which are also established as a job creator. It means to say that if in our region or in our country, I'm just not talking about Malaysia, but in our Southeast Asia, you are creating energy efficiency as a business, you will create a lot more job than even Canada, because this is new. When it is new, it means that nobody else is venturing into this, and this is a great opportunity for you to venture into, especially when there is new energy regulation that mandates people to, or companies to employ. So these are the four distinctive features: supply, demand, efficiency, and renewable energy. Management. Management means that you have opportunity to be the top management as well as technology, not just the engineers. You are managers, you also are well versed with the technology part. Electrical, not only electrical, which is the current regulation Malaysia is having, but also thermal. Thermal is very much unknown in this region, in Malaysia in particular, and not much in Southeast Asia as well, and Industry 4.0. Okay, to achieve multiple bottom line, so we summarize basically electrical energy is one, efficiency is one of the things, but thermal energy efficiency and resource and waste is also among the most important. And our way, these courses I also highlight on resource and waste efficiency, because this particular master in energy management not only cater for electrical energy, clean energy, renewable energy, and thermal energy, is also about resources and waste. So altogether is about focusing on circular economy. The future is in circular economy. The current and the future is in circular economy, maximizing recycling, maximizing waste to resources, and this is about what UTM is offering in this particular course. So while thermal energy, I've also mentioned to you, targeting a multiple bottom line, and in particular, thermal energy is being enacted because of its role in many developed countries and also developing countries. Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia has adapted. They are measuring energy consumption in terms of gigawatt. Gigajoule. Gigajoule means thermal energy that is being used to generate power. For example, in Malaysia, we are measuring energy in terms of kilowatt. Kilowatt means electricity only. But in this case, you will see that waste heat, recovery in particular, by far offers number one opportunity for saving energy industry. If you see waste heat on the left hand side, the one that I have circled with dotted lines, as compared to electrical energy, other types of equipment in industry, you are looking at least 3 to 4 times larger in terms of opportunity. That is the reason why thermal energy is going to be very important, and Malaysia is going forward to enact a law to save thermal energy, and we need energy managers, and we create more jobs from it in particular. What is the proof? This is the initiative 2.2 Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act, what I call as the game-changing act, and I chair this committee with stakeholders engagement to help the government enact Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act, and hope that it will be regulated, will be approved by the parliament by next year, and will be on stream by 2022. And these are our experiences, a product. We have been a consultant to consult companies as big as refinery, middle distillate. We are not just talking about companies like small to medium scale industry, is large scale industry that we have worked with, we have consulted, and we have also trained companies. From these experiences, from the curriculum, from the workshop, from our interaction with companies, we built this particular Master in Energy Management course, and more than 500 companies have benefited from the training that we have conducted professionally. So all the key components of the training has been extracted into developing the Master in Energy Management. They are not watered down, they are basically empowered or enhanced and strengthened, yeah, with case study, with practical projects. So, and it's strengthened in the sense that if you attend, yeah, the courses that we listed here in terms of energy, basically one course will cost you about 5,000 ringgit Malaysia, for example. And in particular, in Master in Energy Management, we offer you 11 or 12 courses. Okay, 11 or 12 courses, and with up to 2 certification. So if you were to calculate, basically it's not even 1/3 of the cost of what we normally offer or charge for 5 courses in particular. So this is what we have been doing. We also have not just the courses, but we also develop our software. This is our textbook on process integration, pinch analysis in particular, because we are among the leading developer of pinch analysis technique, patented technique. We're leading developer of the software for pinch analysis as well, and it is part of this course. And one of the textbook on process integration will also be utilized in a couple of courses here. If you are interested, you can go through the route of thermal energy in particular, and electrical energy is also part of it. This is the software that will be used in one of the software will be used in basically this particular program. That will also include this software has been receiving awards across the world from Europe, Geneva, Malaysia, and elsewhere for maximum thermal energy and waste heat recovery. Optimal water is actually for resource conservation. Water pinch analysis for maximum water recovery, again, is related to circular economy. And we also develop real-time smart energy management system, that has been utilized by hospitals like Hospital Kuala Lumpur. From this technology, we also utilize in UTM, and we develop our courses, and we develop Master in Energy Management along this line. We also develop our own software that has been utilized now in trial utilization because it's very new for monitoring room building, energy consumption, especially in UTM hostels, where it is like a card system, prepaid card system that you can actually control your consumption. If you forget to turn off electricity, you can actually look at how much bills, not just how much electricity you consume, how much bills you actually have consumed, and you want to control them. You can remotely switch off, or you remotely control the temperature of the building, of the rooms from wherever you are across the world. And this can be used on mobile. You can set quota. If you, for example, have installation or facility that includes many rooms, especially if you are a training center, there are also hostel in the training center, you can set quota for people to use, and actually control their own energy consumption. And create competition. You can rate who are the best user, check, warn, energy regulation, flag off, basically warning, and set on and off, and so on. This is what we develop ourselves, and will be one of the commercialized products of UTM. And advanced thermal control system, this for electrical energy in particular. The previous one was for thermal energy. So I'm not going to go through. This is the one that has been used by Hospital Kuala Lumpur, and they are ordering a few more, many more meters, smart metering system, as also the energy management system that comes with it. And UTM is also into renewable energy, and basically the instructors of these courses is actually come from Faculty of Engineering and non-engineering faculties. So basically, because it comprises management as well as technology, so it includes both multidisciplinary talents or multidisciplinary instructors from across UTM who are also professional energy managers and certified energy managers, has experience in industry. So this is also part of some of the modules there, even though maybe not entirely. We also conduct certification for thermal energy auditor, thermal energy recovery expert. Yeah? So these are among the extracts of the modules that you're going to learn, and part of it is in our professional courses that it can be certified. We have mentioned this, and this is the feature that we have also mentioned finally. And thank you very much. I think that is all. I will entertain question. If you have other questions, Dr. Azizul will be entertaining you on basically all the details of the program, what are the entry requirements and all, as he mentioned earlier. And we will after that respond to your question if you have further question from what I have informed you earlier. Thank you very much. I think that will be only my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof, for the sharing. So it's now my turn to explain some of the important details of our program that most of you have been asking a lot. So first of all is the entry requirements. Okay. Okay, so first of all, let me share with you the UTM general requirement. So basically, first of all, what you need to have is you need to have a bachelor's degree with good honors from UTM or any other institution of higher learning which are recognized by our Senate, or a qualification which are equivalent to a bachelor's degree and experience in the relevant field recognized by our Senate. Okay, so this is UTM's general requirement. And furthermore, we need to look at the score or the grades that you obtain from the bachelor's degree. So if you look at this table, basically this table is presented in terms of different types of systems available out there. Because as you can see here, okay, we have here a CPA scale of 4. So CPA stands for cumulative point average. Okay, we have CPA scale of 5, we have CPA scale of 20, percentage, and 1000 marks. So basically these are different systems available out there. It depends on different countries and institutions. So basically here in Malaysia, mainly CPA scale of 4. Okay, so basically I will explain based on this system. So if your score for your bachelor's degree is CPA of 2.5 or higher, so basically in order for you to apply and enroll our program, basically you do not need to have any working experience. Okay, so however, if your CPA is between 2.0 to 2.5, so basically you need to have a minimum of 5 years of working experience in the related field. Okay, so basically this entry requirement is for master by coursework program. So that's the category of our program that we are offering. Because here in UTM we also have master in by research and also by mixed mode, which is a combination of research and coursework. Okay, so that is UTM's general requirement. So specifically for our program, we also have our requirement. So the first requirement is that the applicants need to have a bachelor's degree in either engineering, science, and technology. Okay, so if your degree is other than these 3 areas, then you need to have a minimum of 3 years experience in either process industry or in areas involving energy management and energy efficiency. So it means that even though if your CPA is above 2.5, if your degree is other than engineering, science, and technology, so you still need to have a minimum of 3 years of working experience. And if your CPA is between 2.0 and 2.5, and if your degrees is other than engineering, science, and technology, then you still need to have a minimum of 5 years working experience, because that is the general rules set by the UTM. Okay, so I hope you are clear on the entry requirement. So the second part is on the intake. So basically we have 2 intakes per year. So our first intake for our first semester is in September. But for this particular year, the intake will be in October due to this COVID-19 situation. And our second intake for our second semester will be in February. So we have 2 intakes per year, and for this program you can enter or enroll in either one of these 2 months. Okay. And in terms of the mode of study, so we have 2 modes of study. The first one is the full-time mode, which we offer in our main campus in UTM Johor Bahru. So the classes are conducted during weekdays. So here in Johor, weekdays are between Sunday to Thursday. Okay, and for full-time mode, you can complete the program in just 1 year. Okay. So the second mode is part-time mode, whereby the classes are conducted during weekends, and we offer this mode in 2 of our campuses. One is in UTM Kuala Lumpur, and the second one is in UTM JB. So for UTM Kuala Lumpur, the classes will be on Saturday and Sunday from 8 AM to 5 PM. Okay, and the minimum duration needed for the part-time mode weekend classes is only 2 years. Okay. Right, and we will also conduct our classes using blended learning, whereby we plan to conduct our classes 50% online. So meaning that another 50% will be the conventional face-to-face class. Okay. Okay, so and then moving on to tuition fees. All right. So the tuition fees are different depending on the mode of study. So for part-time weekend classes in Kuala Lumpur and Johor Bahru, the tuition fee is around 35,500 plus per program. So basically it depends on the number of students enrolled, and we are looking at a minimum of 15 students. So if the number of students is lower than that, then the fee can increase. Okay, and for full-time classes in Johor Bahru, so the fee is cheaper from the weekend classes. So the fee is around 10,660 for local and 25K for international student per program, which is around 3 semesters. Okay, and so basically this is just an example. If let's say this is for weekend classes, so if the total fee is 25,500, so basically it covers for 4 semesters. And so basically for 1 semester, you only need to pay Ringgit Malaysia 6K, 6,000 something. And for 1 semester, you can pay 3 times, so you don't have to pay lump sum. Okay, and normally during registration, you need to pay around 2,000 for that so that you can start attending the classes and so on. And each payment need to be paid full before the final exam of each semester. And if let's say you need to repeat certain courses, then of course your semester will be more than 4. Then for the 5th semester, then you need to pay for the additional fees. Okay, so basically this is just an example whereby for each semester you can pay 3 times. The first time is during registration of the courses. Second time is during week number 8, and the third time is during week 12. So normally in 1 semester there are 14 weeks. All right. So the total would be 25,000. So this is just an example. Okay. Okay. So in terms of financial support, so you can refer to this link. Okay, sps.utm.my/scholarship. So in this link, you can find several opportunities which are available for locals and also international students. And you can another option is that you can also withdraw from your second account in the Employees Provident Fund (EPF) under the education area. So you can refer details from this link. Okay. Okay, so this is more specific to the curriculum. Okay, so first of all, I would like to share our program objectives. So basically, program educational objective or PEO are something are the attributes that we expect the graduates to acquire 5 years after they graduated. For example, if they graduated in 2020, then these are the attributes that we expect the graduates to have in 2025, for example. So we have PEO1. So PEO1 is basically in terms of the knowledge. So we expect that they have in-depth knowledge and skills in energy management after 5 years graduation. And we have PEO2, successfully integrates sustainable energy management system into its working environment. And PEO3 is embracing professional, ethical, environmental, and societal responsibilities. But of course, since most of you are working professionals, which have like 10, maybe 5 to 10 years of working experience, then of course, all these attributes can be further accelerated. Okay, and then this is our program learning outcomes. So basically, these are the outcomes that we expect the student to acquire upon graduation. Okay, so of course, I won't read in details. I will maybe mention the important attribute about each PLOs. So the first PLO is on in terms of the knowledge. Okay, and PLO2 is in terms of research using computational tools and techniques. And PLO3 is on problem solving. PLO4 is in terms of professional ethics. And then we have PLO5. So basically, PLO5 is to assess communication skills, right? Through oral presentation, through report writing. And then we have PLO6, right? Ability to independently engage in lifelong learning and acquire contemporary knowledge in energy technology, planning and management effectively. And then we have PLO8. So this is focusing on team working skills. And then we have the final PLO is in terms of the entrepreneurial skills. Okay. Okay, so curriculum structure. So this is also one of the famous questions as well. Most of you would like to know the curriculum structure of this program. So basically, students need to register at least 45 credit hours in order to complete the program and convert a master's degree. Okay, and there are 4 categories of the courses. We have core courses, we have elective courses, we have general university general course, and we have research projects. So this is the details. So this is for the university general courses. So there are many courses which are available. So the students only need to choose one of it. Okay, and some courses are also specific for international students. Okay, so these are our core courses. We have 6 core courses: sustainable energy management. We have project management and ethics. We have mechanical and electrical energy management. And we have energy life cycle cost and emission analysis and research methodology, and also computer-aided tools for energy efficient industry. And this is our research projects. So there are 2 research projects. So basically, project 1 is to prepare the proposal, and project 2 is the complete project. So these are our elective courses. So there are 6 in the list. So you just need to choose 4, right? And so this is the study structure or the study scheme, right? So this is for full time semester 1 intake. So for the first semester is a normal semester whereby the total credits is 18, and the second semester is another normal semester, 17 credits, and the third semester is a short semester. Okay, so we have a short semester in order to make sure that the program can finish in a minimum of 1 year. So basically, this is just a plan. The minimum for full time, the minimum duration is 1 year. But of course, you can finish everything up to 4 years. Okay, you still have time up to 4 years, because some of you might have some certain problems, personal problems, health problems, which might defer them to follow this plan specifically. But most of our previous graduates, they really want to follow this plan because they really want to finish as much as possible, as fast as possible. Okay, and this is another study scheme for full time, but this is for second semester intake. Okay, so the first semester is a normal semester, the second semester is a short semester, and the third semester is a normal semester. So basically, the study scheme is designed such a way for both intake, so that we can combine both batches in one class for each semester. Okay, that's why we plan the study scheme in such a way. And this is the study scheme for part-time weekend classes, and this is for semester 1 intake, right? So basically in total you need to go through 4 normal semesters and 1 short semester in order for you to complete the program in just 2 years, minimum of 2 years. Okay, and this is the study scheme for semester 2 intake, right? Okay, so moving on to the next slide. So basically here I just want to share some of the teaching methodologies and assessment that we do in our program. So basically we have of course the conventional lectures in our classes, and since this is a master's program, then of course there will be a lot of assignments and also projects, right? Group projects, and of course when there's projects, then of course there will be oral presentation and also report writings. We also have a lot of site visits, and we also implement a lot of active learning activities in our classes, because the focus is on the students rather than the lecturer. And we also use blended learning, whereby we have e-learning, we have UTM e-learning, and we also use other online tools as well. Okay. Students are also involved in actual consultancy tasks involving energy audits, because sometimes we also have consultancy tasks whereby we involve all the students together. And this is just to mention about the ratio of the final examination. So basically the final examination for each courses consists of 40 to 50%. And we also have some courses without final exam. Okay, and then we have master projects. Okay, and basically these are some pictures of student involvement. So this is student involvement in class, engaging in active learning activities, and then this is involvement of students in our consultancy tasks involving energy auditing in the industry. This is industrial site visits. Okay, so next is academic staff. So our academic staff are mainly certified energy managers, CEM, registered electrical energy managers, and also most of them are also professional engineers. So basically I just showing some of the list of the lecturers. Maybe you can focus on the qualifications. So most of them have CEM, REEM, PANG, PTEC, right? Okay. So accreditation. So our program are accredited by the Malaysian Qualification Agency, MQA. So you can check this in the MQR website. Okay, you can check this one just to make sure. And these are some of the pictures of our recent graduates. So this is our first graduates and the recent ones. Okay. And these are some of our alumni's testimony. So we have Mr. Seaver. So he managed to receive 4 invitations right after his study, and 2 are from outside Malaysia. And currently he managed to perform energy audit in many other countries, in China, India, Philippines, and also Vietnam. And we have another alumni here. We have Hazira, our 2018 graduate, and she also managed to secure a job before graduation, and now she is an energy engineer at Medivice Sdn Bhd. Okay, so finally, how to apply if you are interested to apply. So you can apply online. Okay, you can go to our website, smart.utm.my/admission, and you click apply now. So there should be a button there, apply now. Then you can create an account. After you have created the account, you can log in and you can start the application process involving filling of details, uploading of documents, and you can also track the application evaluation progress in the system. So basically, if your application is approved, then an offer letter will be issued, and finally you can register during the registration day or period. And there is a good news. So if you apply now, and if you manage to get an offer letter before end of this month, you will get an early bird discount of 750. for our October 2020 intake. So after you have obtained the offer letter, you can register online here through this link. Okay, so basically, if you remember the slide where I show about the tuition fees for weekend classes, right? For registration, you need to pay 2,000 ringgit, right? So if you manage to get this discount, then you only need to pay 1,250. Okay, so don't wait for too long. Okay, all right. So I think that's all for me. So now I think we can move on to the question and answer session. Okay, so maybe I can look at the comments that we have in the Facebook page and also YouTube. Okay, I see one comment on CPD. Somebody is talking about the CPD. Maybe you are referring to CPD for current REEM, is it? So in terms of the CPD hours for current REEMs, so for our weekend classes in UTM KL, in order to complete one course, the students need to go through 3 weekends. And so basically what we do is that for our courses, we divide the course into 3 modules. Okay, so basically for each module, the students need to spend around 14 hours. And for that 14 hours, current REEM can get 7 CPD hours. Okay, so that is on the CPD lah.
It means to say, Dr. Azizul, it means that if you complete one module, you get 21 hours CPD, right?
One course.
One course. You're saying you're saying there are 3 modules per course.
Yeah.
You're saying 3 modules per course. 3 modules means 3 weekends.
3 weekends, then the 21. Current REEM can get 21 CPD hours.
21 CPD hours, I think would entitle 21 CPD hours. Yeah.
Okay, so there's another question there on transfer credit by Alung Brutal. Kalau ada Master Energy Engineering, ada transfer credit tak? Okay, so for our program, if you have a Certified Energy Manager certification, if you have a CEM, then you can exempt one of our core course, which is Sustainable Energy Management.
I might want to respond to that one as well and relate to another certification, which is Certified Energy Manager. The one core course that Dr. Azizul mentioned is Sustainable Energy Management. Yeah, basically this Sustainable Energy Management is being exempted if you have Certified Energy Manager with Green Tech Malaysia, which is the course is actually the workshop. The workshop to get Certified Energy Manager is called Energy Management Training Course, EMTC. Energy Management Training Course is also conducted by UTM at the Southern Region. Yeah? Southern Region, we are the trainer for the certifier for Energy Manager Training Course. Certifier means we conduct the workshop in collaboration with Green Tech Malaysia, and Green Tech will certify that. Yeah, so we conduct in collaboration. All the trainers for the Southern regions, when UTM conduct, are from UTM. Okay, so we certify energy managers as well through the Certified Energy Manager program. So essentially, if you have issues attending the course, Sustainable Energy Management in UTM, one of the 10 or one of the 11, which is Sustainable Energy Management in the first semester, then you can also opt to have to attend the workshop on Energy Manager Training Course, EMTC. If you attend the workshop on EMTC that we conduct in UTM, Johor Bahru, for example, for 5 days and pass the exam, you can have 2 things. Number 1, you have Certified Energy Manager. Number 2, you will have exemption of the Sustainable Energy Management course in the Master Energy Management program. So instead of taking 11 now you have to only take 10, and you also get Certified Energy Manager, CEM. Okay, that is what the flexibility offers you. If you complete all the modules, if you complete all the courses, you got master. Within 1 year or 1.5 year, you get master, and you also go to the process of getting REEM go through the process, because you want to go to the process, formal process, official process with ST. ST will ask you whether or not you have done the project, how long you have taken the project, with whom you taken the project. They will go through the process for them to verify that you have actually met the requirement at UTM. And maybe they ask you a few questions. After that, they will, okay, you get REEM without going through exams in ST. You
And
get
interview.
master, you get REEM, and you also get Certified Energy Manager. You see, one of the things that I have to share with you is that a couple of our students very recently, even though they have Master Energy Management, UTM, they got registered Electrical Energy Manager. They said that there are companies that want also the Certified Energy Manager, CEM, before they employ you. So what she did was to have additional attend the 5-day course conducted by UTM. But unfortunately, that is after her graduation in Master Energy Management. So unfortunately, if she had known that we also offer, the possibility, flexibility for her to attend UTM course that is conducted in UTM, while she enrolled in the program, she could have transferred credit and not take SEM, the Sustainable Energy Management, on the modules. So basically, she would have graduated with 2 certification and 1 master program. So that will make her like a hot cakes. By the way, CEM, Certified Energy Manager, is actually an ASEAN certification. Through common understanding across ASEAN, if you want to work in other countries, apart from Malaysia, there is a possibility. Whether or not they will take you, there is no guarantee, of course lah. But you have already the certification for you to sell yourself, and saying that you got this Certified Energy Manager under IMAS, ASEAN Energy Management System, and this is been approved by Green Tech Malaysia, which is a government. And basically, this is the ticket that I would like to contribute to your company, to work with your company. They will go through interview, but like I said, if there are 100 people applying for the same job and they want energy manager, the 99 other do not have this certification, I don't think you need any prize for guessing, because they need a Certified Energy Manager. They want to employ. There is no prize for guessing. There is no guarantee, but no prize for guessing as well. Okay, you know the answer already if you are the interviewer. That's the only thing I want to share, without any guarantee, of course. Thank you very much.
Okay, so there's another question there. What are the research taxonomy now of energy management? Prof, maybe you can respond to that.
I don't know if Nur Shakir, thank you for the call. Maybe you want to clarify a bit. Do you understand what you're asking? What the research taxonomy now of energy management? Research taxonomy, what do you mean by research taxonomy? There is Bloom taxonomy. There is levels of Bloom taxonomy from 1 to 7, from synthesis to actually understanding. I have the first time heard about research taxonomy now in energy management. Maybe you want to clarify a bit more? Type your question.
Do you have any?
Just use simple words. Don't use sophisticated jargon that I think the audience also want to understand.
Okay, maybe you can respond to the second question by Mr. Nur Shakir. What are the tools of energy management in power plants?
Energy management tools in power plants is basically energy audit as well. You have to have REEM, or you have to have Certified Energy Manager. Especially if in particular this power plant is being designated as a company, designated company that basically generate power using certain kilowatt hour of energy. So basically, if you are using certain amount of energy, and ST, Suruhanjaya Tenaga, is also basically classifying you as a designated company under the law or email or so on, but you are under the generation side. Generation side has a different, basically is regulated by different law. The email is on demand side, generation side is regulated by different law. But in the future, basically for thermal energy management system, because there is a lot of thermal energy being used, thermal energy is being used to fuel the power plant, then there will be the possibility of power plant, not in Malaysia now, but regulated in Singapore. For example, power plant is being regulated under energy manager certification, energy manager law, because they use a lot of thermal energy. They use a lot of fuel. The bulk of the consumption is actually fuel oil or gas, natural gas, and so on and so forth. And this is significant. This is significant. So we are not only opening opportunity for the current law regulation, but also for the future law. Future law, which is we hope that it will be enacted within 1 or 2 years. Within 2 years' time, it will be regulated within 2 years' time for the thermal energy. Power plant will be under thermal energy. And it will be subject to thermal energy audit every 3 years, for example. This is one of the possibility that regulation will cover, which is also the best practices across other developed countries and developing countries. For example, in Indonesia, in Thailand, in Singapore, there is energy audit program covering not just electrical energy, but also thermal energy. And this must be regulated, must be not regulated, this must be done periodically, every 3 years or every 5 years, that you have to be audited. The thermal energy use being audited, and you have to submit regulation. You have to employ energy auditor, and you have to have an energy management system. This is in Singapore and Thailand and also Indonesia. You have to have energy management system to control the use of energy, to control the use of thermal energy as well as the electrical energy, and you have to submit a report regularly. Okay, energy audit may be every 3 years, but energy report must be submitted by the company every 6 months.
Okay. So we have another question from Mr. Zauki Tan. For October intake, registration latest is by when? So it should be around early October, the registration. And I'm not sure because according to KPT yesterday, so students can enter UTM, the campus from October. So, but we are still waiting for UTM's latest instruction.
Deadline for application, Dr. Azizul?
Deadline for application, actually we can still accept up to September, but of course, like I said just now, we at the end of this month we have an early bird promotion. If you manage to apply now, and if you manage to get the offer letter before end of the month, then you can get some discounts. Okay, so in terms of UTM staff, ada ke Prof? Any discount for UTM staff attending the course? Ada discount ke untuk UTM staff? Because I'm not sure, because I haven't heard about it. In terms of the discount, Prof, are you there? Okay, so maybe we can move on to the next question. For online learning, how it will be conducted? Well, basically we have a lot of platforms that we can use to conduct an online course. For example, we have basically in UTM we have different modes of online online learning. We have synchronous, we have asynchronous, and we have a combination of both. So basically synchronous involving live interaction. So normally we use platforms such as Zoom, WebEx, Google Meet, and if we are using the asynchronous method, then of course we can use recorded lectures and which are not at real-time interaction between the students and also the lecturers. So those are some of the ways that we do.
We are quite flexible in that, Dr. Azizul. UTM is quite flexible. Yesterday, the minister has been making announcement that there is a possibility that for higher institutions to actually choose the mode of delivery for teaching and learning.
Yep.
When we are able to choose, it means that we are able to also discuss with students what would be the most convenient. Yeah, discuss with students, especially flexible if the students are mature students, especially for the postgraduate programs. I would say the flexibility lies in the fact that if, for example, majority of students would prefer the online learning, then I think we have to go with the significant majority, of course, online learning. But for now, we predicted it to be online learning, yeah, back when we advertised the program, because that was the way it was going to be. We predicted because of the pandemic was at its peak at that time, highest, at the time, April or March, that time when we make the advertisement, make the poster. Then we thought that online learning would be the way to go, and would be making would not deny people from having education when they want to have education. Plus the fact that if this program is actually offshore program, outstation program, then it will also allow you to have the flexibility to learn, yeah, while you're also working, and maybe you don't have to leave your family during the weekend, like we are doing now. For example, maybe you are just listening from your home, for example, it's easier to do it that way. So we can do synchronous or asynchronous. It's also flexible for us to discuss, but of course we cannot do a mix. Why? Because if somebody wants to do this and the other body want, we have to have a consensus. We cannot have everybody to have their own whims and fancy, because we cannot cater for, yeah, everybody needs. When you some of you want to face, others want online, very difficult for us. You have to actually have a consensus. So maybe the significant majority wants online. Okay, then we will have online, but we can also have a hybrid in the sense that for the three weekend modules, you can have one face-to-face, two online, for example. That can also be discussed, because that allows you, especially for program offshore, yeah, outstation program, that can allow you the flexibility of to be with your family, and one weekend you can also be in KL, for example. So it will be greener, it will be more sustainable, and we have to walk our talk. Yeah, because when we do not have to have everyone, for example, 10 to 20 students travel to Kuala Lumpur, use their own transportation, it means that we have reduced emissions significantly. Okay, and we also allow you to actually use the online version, so that you can repeat the lecture, you can hear it as many times as you want. Okay, that is all the advantages of online. But we also have, yeah, face to face, when we need to have discussion and interactive discussion, and very much interactive. Yeah, face to face might be the way to go, and your group work and all these things is easier to manage. But that is not to say that if you do online, there is no way you can do interactive. You can also do interactive. Many ways to do it that way.
Okay, next question. Is there any opportunities to enroll into PhD after master degree? Yes, of course. You can enroll for PhD. You can also work on projects involving energy management, energy efficiency. I think there should be no problem. And yeah.
And to add to that, you have supervisors who are also practitioners. Yeah, and the supervisors who have networked locally with stakeholders, industry, as well as universities, and universities not just in Malaysia, universities across the world. We can do partnership with universities outside Malaysia even, and of course do partnership with industry within Malaysia. And if we have opportunity to talk to industries in the neighboring countries, we can also work with them, because they have been working with UTM. Yeah, they have been working with us. They have engineers who are trained by us in workshops and all, and they will be keen for us to solve their problem at their company, attach our students or scholars. If you are a working student, we call it scholars and learners, so that you can also solve their problem while working on their company, and get your PhD at the same time. We have, for example, one PhD student now working in Kuwait is who is a managing director in charge of the plant, team leader of Dow, and he is doing on remote PhD, only coming to UTM several times during this PhD work, and now is almost completing. He is a very experienced, 30 years experience in as a director for the company, director of the plant operation of the company, and now developing technology for the company based on his PhD work. Yeah, in Dow. Yeah, this is Dow Kuwait. Yeah, Kuwait, in Kuwait. Yeah.
Okay, so next I think we can refer to a question by Mr. Ram Vikram. Can we show the question? Malaysian working adults from ASEAN countries will not be able to commit for weekend classes, any full-time online module course. I think maybe I can mention that we plan to offer our program in terms of open distance learning, ODL, in the future. So it's in the pipeline. So because we need to prepare some working papers for that. So we, in the future, maybe next year or next 2 years, we will have a program, ODL program, whereby we will conduct our program 100% online. So I think that maybe that would be suitable for this kind of people. Maybe Prof, you want to add something more?
Yeah, well, I can offer another alternative because it sounds like you are interested in a program like what we're offering here. So, and you are interested, if possible, to enroll in the near future or now. So that is my reading from your question. So basically, what we're also offering is actually our professional courses that we do and extract the modules into Master Energy Management. You can enroll in them and get the micro credit. Yeah, micro credit means you have basically recognition that these courses that you have enrolled as short courses for now, yeah, only a few of them, be recognized in Master Energy Management program. So you take bit by bit as you are available, as you are free from where you are. So basically, some of these courses are already 100% online as professional courses, and they can be transferred into Master Energy Management. And our future Master Energy Management on open distance learning will also have the same mechanism where we will accept the professional courses, 1, 2, 3, 4, or all of them, yeah, on transfer credit. So you can actually stack your qualifications, stack your completion of each of the modules into one complete master degree and with certification later on. This is a possibility, and you can actually enroll on them now, one at a time. What we have at the moment is actually a few modules already converted to online modules 100%. So they are flexible. You can even finish them as soon as you have gone through the assessment, maybe in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, or whatever. You complete the assessment. Basically, you get the what we call as a micro credit, or that will be associated with a digital badge. This digital badge says that you have already passed the program, and you have already gone through the assessment and passed the assessment. And you can put the digital badge on your Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever, and basically tell people that you have this certification. Yeah, that is how flexible we are making them.
Okay, so next question, what about CEM by MySchool? So not clear, the question is not clear.
Yeah, Certified Energy Manager by MySchool is actually another kind of certification. If you have already got certification by MySchool, you may be able to get REEM. That is what I understand. Registered Electrical Energy Manager in Malaysia. So, well, that will qualify you to practice as energy manager or registered electrical energy manager for company that will hire you as REEM. So this certification will be an advantage for you to get REEM. Maybe you have already got REEM, but you don't have thermal energy yet. This is not something that we can accept for now unless we look at work with MySco, which we be able to do if we want to, because Zaini, for example, and Iskandar Majidi are my friends, okay, and they are my project friends as well, who are the president and vice president of MySco. Basically, they will actually, what I need to do is to talk to them if the curriculum of CEM can also be exempted for our SEM program, SEM module. We need to look at the curriculum of CEM, but as of now, we have not talked to MySco on how to make that CEM to recognize and transfer credit from CEM. But you already have what you wanted, I guess. If you have CEM from MySco, maybe I presume that you already have REEM. Okay.
Okay. So next question. If we get master energy, apa ya dia? Automatic, we can get certified
Nampak kat
energy.
screen
Tak ada answer, it's not well structured. The question.
If we get MS
So
Energy,
basically you can get REEM, right? REEM, Registered Electrical Energy Management, REEM. That is what you can get.
You can get.
Yeah.
You can. Certified Energy Auditor is not a recognition. Certified Energy Auditor is Certified Energy Auditor. This is not a certification for you to. This is not a certification for you to get REEM, for example, or get CEM. Certified Energy Auditor is one of the modules we offer that will assist you in advertising yourself, okay, as a Certified Energy Auditor, and sell yourself to companies if you want to do audit, for example. Among those who wants to bid for a project, for example, among those who want to bid for a project, they will look for, okay, this project is about energy audit. So we want to look for those people who are very qualified. And all of a sudden you say, okay, I have this Certified Energy Auditor program. And now, where are you taking it? Basically, okay, we took it from UTM, which is already recognized, for example, get CPD, yeah, which is which is what we have to do next, with the authority. But we have we will be getting the digital badge, but not yet, yeah, for Certified Energy Auditor. But if this is what you mean, or you have already got the Certified Energy Auditor from elsewhere, I'm not sure what you mean. Okay.
Okay, next question.
The question is whether or not automated we get Certified Energy Auditor. For now, not yet. Yeah, maybe in the future, yes.
Okay, next question. If Energy Thermal Act approved by the government, do we automated get certified thermal energy if required by the new act?
Thermal Energy Act approved by the government, do we get automated? All of this have to go through a process. Okay, all of these have to go through a process, because that process we will only cross the bridge when we get there. But we haven't got there yet. So basically, when the government, for example, theoretically speaking, enact the law in 2022, they will look at the syllabus for training. Within 2021, they already look at the syllabus for training, certified thermal energy, for example. And they will look at those who have credibility, have done the training, have offered the program. And as of now, to my experience in advising the government, so far we are the only one offering a comprehensive industrial thermal energy. There might be later competition, but we are going to submit as one of the, maybe there are a few other institutions that will request for certification. to train certification, but we have already conducted the program. We have a track record already, train people and train and do consultancy. We think that we are in a position to be able to offer, like we did REEM and like we did CEM, Certified Energy Thermal Energy, for the new act. We are in the position, but the new act is not here yet. So how can we apply even for things that do not exist yet? So we are talking to you that basically you have to prepare from now. If you need to get to the bridge, basically you have to prepare from now. Go and pack your things and try to work, but get the map and everything. Go to the bridge and then be prepared to cross the bridge. This is what we're doing now. Be prepared to cross the bridge. When others, don't even know there is a bridge. So this is the difference I'm talking about. So basically, if you are doing also projects, and when you want to in the future bid for a project, and in fact bid to be a thermal energy manager, you already have the qualification. While I want to get to train first. I haven't even had any experience. I don't even know what this thermal energy management is all about. But you have already got an edge because you already learned that, you already practiced that, you already done project for it, and you are in a better position compared to others. Even if there is no certification yet, people will look for, okay, who is going to do audit on thermal energy? You will be able to show certificate that you have done. You have complete this course. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Does UTM spouse get any reduction fee by enrolling in this program? Okay, so I just got an information that there will be no discount even for staff. So let alone UTM spouse for now. Okay, so that is the answer for that one. Okay, next one. Master Energy Management Program. After completed the program, there are any program to further the studies? Okay. So, Prof, basically we don't have like specific program like this, right? PFD and in energy management, but you can enroll in our PhD program and do research related to energy management. I think they
do
should
research, do project related to energy management. That project is basically the title of your research, and it will be your badge or your CV, to ensure that you will be in better position to bid for projects and get a job.
Okay, so last question. So we have our last question there.
How do you know it's the last question?
I can see from the left comment list.
Okay.
Okay, so is the full-time mode in KL campus will be based on blended learning? Yes, which no need physical attendance to class as I'm working during weekdays. As well, for our weekend classes in KL, so the classes will be in weekends. So so you don't have to worry about your working days, and because since you are saying that you are working during weekdays, the classes will be during weekends. So probably it will not bother you during your working time lah.
In fact, Dr. Azizul, if I may add, we are going to discuss with students 50% online, for example, means that if we have 3 modules, 3 weekends, means that we can either have 1 face-to-face or 2 face-to-face, but the rest is online.
Yeah.
1 online, 2 face-to-face, or 2 online, 1 face-to-face. Yeah. But for working adults, working students, working learners, basically, I think they would prefer, especially if they were to travel from elsewhere outside KL, kan, they would prefer, or you from elsewhere, from overseas or whatever, you will, KL is actually accessible within 2 hours, 3 hours within ASEAN. So you'll be surprised that if you go from Penang by car, it takes longer to KL than if you go by flight from Jakarta to KL. So Jakarta to KL about 1.5 hours or 2 hours. By car, it takes longer. So basically, you can just go by flight from morning until afternoon, and then go back to your hometown. Or so if we can do it 2 times online, then it will save a lot of people a lot of hassle, provided that you have to be a bit more disciplined lah itu. But the advantage of online learning is actually you can repeat the lecture recorded and all this. You can actually go through exercises on your own. If you are disciplined, then you should be able to do it.
Okay, so I think that's all the questions that we have for our program today. So I think with that, I would like to thank all of you for attending this program. So if you have further questions that you would like to ask, of course, you can contact me personally. So you can get my number at the posters. Okay, so thank you very much, Prof, for spending your time.
It is a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you. Hope to see you again sometime later. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.